New life in the UK test. Practice test number 17. You have 45 minutes to answer 24 multiple-choice life in the UK test questions. You need to answer at least 18 out of 24 questions correctly to pass. Which of these statements is correct? Bonnie Prince Charlie became King Charles II of England in 1660. Charles, King of Scotland, was restored as King Charles II of England in 1660. Correct answer. Charles, King of Scotland, was restored as King Charles II of England in 1660. Explanation. In May 1660, Parliament invited Charles II to come back from exile in the Netherlands. He was crowned King Charles II of England, Wales, Scotland and Ireland. Why was the Habeas Corpus Act of 1679 so important? It allowed people to bury the dead where they wished. It ended capital punishment in England. It ensured no person could be held unlawfully. It ensured that those who died could only be buried by a relative. Correct answer. It ensured no person could be held unlawfully. Explanation. Habeas corpus is Latin for, you must present the person in court. The Act guaranteed that no one could be held prisoner unlawfully. Which of these statements is correct? The swinging 60s was a period of social change. The swinging 60s was a period of religious change. Correct answer. The swinging 60s was a period of social change. Explanation. The decade of the 1960s was a period of significant social change. It was known as the swinging 60s. Is the statement below true or false? King Henry created the Church of England when the Pope refused to grant him a divorce. False. True. Correct answer. True. Explanation. To divorce his first wife, Henry needed the approval of the Pope. When the Pope refused, Henry established the Church of England. Is the statement below true or false? In 1833 a law abolished slavery throughout the British Empire. False. True. Correct answer. True. Explanation. In 1807, it became illegal to trade slaves in British ships or from British ports. And in 1833 the Emancipation Act abolished slavery throughout the British Empire. Which of these statements is correct? During the Great Depression of the 1930s, parts of the UK experienced mass unemployment. The UK experienced high levels of employment during the Great Depression of the 1930s. Correct answer. During the Great Depression of the 1930s, parts of the UK experienced mass unemployment. Explanation. In 1929, the world entered the Great Depression, and some parts of the UK suffered mass unemployment. Who introduced a system called feudalism to Britain? Anglo-Saxons, Jutes, Normans, Vikings. Correct answer. Normans. Explanation. The Normans used a system of land ownership known as feudalism. The king gave land to his lords in return for help in war. Which of these statements is correct? The Industrial Revolution is the name given to the rapid development of industry in Britain in the 20th century. The Industrial Revolution is the name given to the rapid development of industry that began in the 18th century. Correct answer. The Industrial Revolution is the name given to the rapid development of industry that began in the 18th century. Explanation. The Industrial Revolution was the rapid development of industry in Britain in the 18th and 19th centuries. Which two of the following are Christian religious festivals celebrated in the UK? Christmas, Easter, Halloween, New Year. Correct answer. Christmas, Easter. Explanation. Christmas Day, the 25th of December, celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ. It is a public holiday. Many Christians go to church on Christmas Eve, the 24th of December, or on Christmas Day itself. Easter takes place in March or April. It marks the death of Jesus Christ on Good Friday and his rising from the dead on Easter Sunday. Both Good Friday and the following Monday, called Easter Monday, are public holidays. Which two are famous UK landmarks? Grand Canyon, Loch Lomond, Notre Dame, Snowdonia. Correct answer, Loch Lomond and Snowdonia. Explanation: Snowdonia is a national park in North Wales. It covers an area of 838 square miles, 2,170 square kilometers. Its most well-known landmark is Snowdon, which is the highest mountain in Wales. Loch Lomond and the Trossachs National Park. This national park covers 720 square miles, 1,865 square kilometers, in the west of Scotland. Loch Lomond is the largest expanse of freshwater in mainland Britain and probably the best-known part of the park. Is the statement below true or false? The crown jewels are kept at the Tower of London. False. True. Correct answer, true. Explanation: the Tower of London was first built by William the Conqueror after he became king in 1066. Tours are given by the yeoman warders, also known as beefeaters, who tell visitors about the building's history. People can also see the crown jewels there. Which two are famous British authors? Graham Greene, Henry Moore, Mary Quant, Thomas Hardy. Correct answer, Graham Greene and Thomas Hardy. Explanation: Thomas Hardy, 1840 to 1928, was an author and poet. His best-known novels focus on rural society and include Far From the Madding Crowd and Jude the Obscure. Graham Greene, 1904 to 91, wrote novels often influenced by his religious beliefs, including The Heart of the Matter, The Honorary Consul, Brighton Rock and Our Man in Havana. Is the statement below true or false? The Lake District is England's largest national park. False. True. Correct answer, true. Explanation: the Lake District is England's largest national park. Who wrote Paradise Lost? John Milton, Rider Haggard, Salman Rushdie, William Shakespeare. Correct answer, John Milton. Explanation: as Protestant ideas spread, a number of poets wrote poems inspired by their religious views. One of these was John Milton, who wrote Paradise Lost. Which of these statements is correct? Volunteering is a good way to earn additional money. Volunteering is a way of helping others without receiving payment. Correct answer: volunteering is a way of helping others without receiving payment. Explanation: volunteering is working for good causes without payment. Which two are examples of civil law? Carrying a weapon. Discrimination in the workplace. Disputes between landlords and tenants. Selling tobacco. Correct answer: discrimination in the workplace and disputes between landlords and tenants. Explanation: examples of civil laws are housing law. This includes disputes between landlords and tenants over issues such as repairs and eviction. Consumer rights. An example of this is a dispute about faulty goods or services. Employment law. These cases include disputes over wages and cases of unfair dismissal or discrimination in the workplace. Debt. People might be taken to court if they owe money to someone. How many people serve on a jury in Scotland? 8, 11, 15, 20. Correct answer, 15. Explanation: in England, Wales and Northern Ireland a jury has 12 members, and in Scotland a jury has 15 members. Which of the following areas does civil law cover? Debt, drunk and disorderly behavior, violent crime, burglary. Correct answer, debt. Explanation: examples of civil laws are debt. People might be taken to court if they owe money to someone. Who decides what should happen in legal disputes over contracts, property rights or employment rights? The police, the judiciary, the media, the peers. Correct answer, the judiciary. Explanation: judges also make decisions in disputes between members of the public or organizations. These might be about contracts, property or employment rights, or after an accident. The Scottish Parliament can make laws in which of the following areas? All of above. Civil and criminal law, health, taxation. Correct answer, all of above. Explanation. The matters on which the Scottish Parliament can legislate include civil and criminal law, health, education, planning, additional tax-raising powers. How often are Prime Minister's questions held? Every day while Parliament is in session. Every month. Every week while Parliament is in session. Correct answer, every week while Parliament is in session. Explanation. The leader of the opposition leads his or her party in pointing out what they see as the government's failures and weaknesses. One important opportunity to do this is at Prime Minister's questions, which takes place every week while Parliament is sitting. In Northern Ireland, children who have committed an offence are dealt with by which of the following? A youth court, a system called the Children's Hearings System, a system of youth conferencing, Crown Court. Correct answer, a system of youth conferencing. Explanation. Northern Ireland has a system of youth conferencing to consider how a child should be dealt with when they have committed an offence. Which two actions can political parties undertake to gain support for their candidate? Handing out leaflets, knocking on doors and talking, paying people to vote a certain way, threatening people to make them vote a certain way. Correct answer, handing out leaflets and knocking on doors and talking. Explanation. Members work hard to persuade people to vote for their candidates, for instance, by handing out leaflets in the street or by knocking on people's doors and asking for their support. Which of these statements is correct? You do not need the help of a lawyer to issue a small claim. You will need the help of a lawyer to issue a small claim. Correct answer. You do not need the help of a lawyer to issue a small claim. Explanation. The small claims procedure is an informal way of helping people to settle minor disputes without spending a lot of time and money using a lawyer.